Hope that's okay with everyone.
That is okay.
Absolutely.
So Erin is going to introduce Joe.
Great. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, great to have some new faces too. And many of you do already know our speaker, Joe Sperling, but you may not know that he's a local guy. He's always lived in Montgomery County, Maryland. He went to the original Blair High School, where he was in the show Bye Bye Birdie with Goldie Hawn, and one of his classmates was Connie Chung. And then the University of Maryland, and then Georgetown Law School. He was a litigator for 16 years and then pivoted into insurance, moving from persecuting to protecting people, which was over 30 years ago. Joe is married to Linda and has been for over 50 years. No pivoting there, is Joe's words. He has two daughters, Lori, a physical therapist and avid bicyclist, and Carrie, the patient safety information manager at Johns Hopkins Hospital. And Joe has 4 grandchildren, aging 5 to 19 years old. Wow. And Joe enjoys reading, action movies, and music from the 50s and 60s. He's a former motorcyclist, a former baseball and softball player, and a former tennis player, and is still a lousy golfer. He's a huge proponent of networking and a firm believer in the power and healing capacity of humor. And so with that, I'll pass the mic on to Joe.
Well, and thank you, Erin. I appreciate your reading the words I gave you so beautifully. So thank you. Okay, folks, as has been advertised, the topic this morning is why are we here? And I'm going to go and test my sharing skills and see if we can get right into the production. And let's see, I think I have to click that. And can you see my screen?
We can. Excellent.
Okay.
And Baltimore, Washington Parkway South. Arrival time on this route is similar to I-95 South Baltimore.
Okay. It's kind of a basic question. And I'm sure that each of you will have your own reason for being here, but I'd like to suggest one. And that is that it's because we and those around us are getting older. And so we're just more sensitive to what it means to get older. And getting older has, it has implications. Such as, oh, come on now, let's, why is it not flipping? Come on. There we go. Has anyone met Dolly out in the public? It's sometimes you wonder when you get behind folks like this. All right, let's explore some possible answers to the question, why are we here? Would you agree that it's much more comforting to meet with people that we like? I know that I like this whole group, but also making contacts is important because after all, we're in business. And we do exchange ideas and we talk about our experiences. It's important. We become more rounded, more professional, more in contact with not only ourselves, but with our clients. And hopefully, we will become better at what we do. Now, this is just why we're here, but why are we focusing on the senior services with the Senior Services Alliance? Well, I have a couple of suggestions in that area as well. I like to think that what we do is more than just a job. It's more like a calling And I don't know about you guys, but when I help someone in what I do, I hope it makes my client feel good, but I know it makes me feel good when I've helped protect someone. And while, look, you're in business to be able to pay your bills, there are rewards way above just the paycheck. Sometimes helping seniors requires dedication. And I think that our group is a wonderful example of folks that really want to make a difference. You want to do good. And it requires dedication, empathy, compassion. And it takes someone special. So never think that you're just an ordinary worker bee. You're not. You really are special. And sometimes it may seem that what you're doing isn't appreciated, or you're, to some people, what you're doing, you're sort of in the background and you're just noise level. It's not the case, folks. You really do make a difference. There's a couple of indications of that. You really do have to care. And Helen Keller made a beautiful comment. I think that our group really does feel what they do with their heart. Most of you know that I enjoy the comics. And I found that even the comics are getting it regarding who the true heroes are out there. Would you agree that we are kind of passionate about what we do? I know I feel that way. And sometimes you have the good luck to be able to help someone who actually knows they need help and they welcome what you do for them.
That's a good one. The Bills.
If anyone doesn't get these, let me know. Just raise your hand. I know that I've reached this age, folks. If I see a dime or something on the ground, it's going to stay there. We also have folks that we try to help who deny that they need help, such as Wonder Woman. You always like Pickles. Pickles is a great cartoon. I don't know, I'm not sure if Marcia's in the audience, but Marcia, does this ring any bells for you? Sometimes.
No, Joe, but it does to me.
Oh, okay. Sometimes folks don't yet know of the things that we can do and we do for folks that need help. And we have to actually pull back the curtain, and it's exposing, and maybe it's reminding people that there are things that they need to pay attention to. Let us help them with things. So I'm going to ask you a question. This is directed directly to you. Have you yourself thought about what it's going to look like when you need care? Look, most, if not all of you, have seen and you know about the consequences of needing care. But can you see yourselves as a care recipient? Hey, it's not easy, folks. I mean, I've helped my dad when he was in the last 10 years of his life in a wheelchair. And I don't know that I could have tolerated all that he did. So I think that it's reasonable to assume that most of us are, we still have a little vestige of that sense of invincibility, even though we're helping people that are clearly not invincible. We don't see ourselves in that situation. So I encourage you to take a few minutes and be introspective. Think about what's going to happen if and when I need care. And if you think it won't happen to you, I encourage you to accept what I call the 70% reality, which is from the Department of Health and Human Services, that 7 out of 10 of us are going to need care at some time between the ages of 65 and the long dirt nap. It's reality. And look, just because you work in the environment of providing care doesn't mean you won't need care. In fact, as many, I think, more recent studies have shown, you're really more likely to need care yourself because of what you do. It's even more likely. So think about it, please. And the questions I have up here is first, at what age, why, and for how long? I would suggest the answers are any, many, and who knows. As far as the fourth bullet, the cost, well, the answer to that is, it depends. I'm not talking about the diapers, folks. It really depends on, as you know, location, where you're going to have care, the condition that's being treated, and the care level that you might need. There's a multitude of factors that go into it. As far as how to pay for it, the answer, there's 2 ways. One is you reach into your own pocket and you're paying for it out of your pocket until your pocket is empty. And then you apply for Medicaid. The other answer is that you have some form of insurance. And any insurance is better than none. And any insurance provides leverage. Leverage is where you're paying a small number of dollars for a much larger number of dollars to pay for the care. So rather than paying dollar for dollar out of your pocket, consider getting some insurance. Let's shift to that. There are a variety of insurance ways that you can protect yourself and your family. One is the traditional long-term care insurance. That is, it's been around for about 35 or 40 years. There's a fair number of factors that go into traditional long-term care insurance, a variety of choices, whether you have a daily or monthly maximum, what the total bucket of money will be that you can draw from. It's possible to get unlimited coverage. It used to be much more available. It's very limited availability now. There's also the elimination period. That's a waiting period before the benefits will begin. Typically, it's 90 days. So you need a plan on having the first 3 months that you're paying out of your pocket. There's available riders that will make it a 0-day wait if you're having home care. And that's where most people want to start anyway. The thing that's important, very important about traditional as well as any other insurance, it's medically underwritten. So you have to think about looking into it, getting the coverage while you're healthy. You don't want to wait too long. The carriers have upper age limits, so you don't want to become too old to get it. But more importantly, you don't want to have a condition that will eliminate you. And I hate to break it to you folks, but some of the conditions that have become a problem, you wouldn't necessarily know that it's going to disqualify. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a client who was an attorney, and he was in his early 60s. We tried to get him long-term care coverage. He had I think it's called an essential tremor. You know, he had a twitch in his finger when he would use his cell phone. He mentioned it to his doctor. It's in the doctor's notes. And the doctor told him, don't worry about it. It's nothing big. When we went to get him long-term care coverage, the carrier's underwriter declined him because the doctor could not certify that that twitch would not develop into Parkinson's. So the lesson is get your coverage as soon as you can. The younger you are, the less expensive it is, but more importantly, get it while you're healthy. There's a thing about traditional long-term care insurance that some people are not thrilled about, and that is that the carriers are able to increase the premium as time goes on. The more recently issued policies, it's less likely, but it's still possible. So just know that that's out there. Another possibility would be life insurance with a long-term care rider. Now, these are built on life insurance, so no matter what happens, if you live a long life, never need care, have that sudden heart attack and die, your beneficiary is going to get the death benefit. If you need care, the death benefit is available to use to pay for your care. So you accelerate the death benefit. One of the rather attractive parts about life insurance with a rider is that once the premium is set, you don't have to worry about rate increases. It's sort of a set it and forget it. Another type of protection using life insurance is an asset-based plan. And this is one where you can have a choice of what kind of funding you're going to use. You can put in a single deposit, or you can have multi-year premium payments. The funding can come from qualified or non-qualified. That's what the Q or NQ stands for. Qualified funds are like a retirement plan, 401k or IRA. Non-qualified is basically anything else, anything that's not a retirement plan. It could be a CD, could be money in the bank account, could be an inheritance that you're just keeping. And if that is your emergency money, that's your safety net, I would suggest that it would be wise to transfer, to shift it into an asset-based long-term care plan, because if you use the funds out of the retirement plan or out of the bank account, CD, to pay for long-term care, there's taxation on those dollars. On the other hand, if you transfer those funds into a long-term care plan and you pay for long-term care out of that plan, that's tax-free. So there's a real tax benefit to having long-term care coverage. The asset-based plans have the availability of a unlimited lifetime maximum. And it's through a relatively modest cost rider. So it's worthwhile looking into that. You can have an individual or couples covered under one plan with an asset-based program. These are all so far underwritten. And as I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure you take care of getting it before you have a condition. How about if you already have a condition and maybe you've tried to get insurance that's underwritten and you were declined? There is a solution. It's called an annuity. An annuity, the real sizzle on an annuity is there's no medical underwriting. So even if you have a medical condition that wouldn't allow you to get an underwritten policy, you can get an annuity. Annuities can be set up with a single premium or you pay it over time. And the base reason for having an annuity is you can set up when you annuitize, which is taking the money out, you can get a monthly payment to you for the rest of your life. So by doing that, by taking a portion of your assets and putting them into an annuity, you're protecting other assets because the other assets they're not unlimited unless you're one of the lucky ones. But most folks, their assets are not unlimited, and if you use them up, they're gone. The annuity, if it's going to pay out for life, you get that monthly benefit forever. So think about that. And many of these annuities can be set up where if you are in a hospital, you go into a hospital, or you go into a nursing home, and you're going to be there for 90 days or more, they'll double the payout. So this is a worthwhile alternative for you. Okay. Does anybody know a procrastinator? Yeah, there are a few of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
We still can help them. Even if they haven't gotten long-term care insurance, they find themselves at the point of needing care. And they've got that, oh, damn, what do we do now? They've got that deer in the headlights look. If they had purchased in their earlier years a life insurance policy, because they had young kids and they wanted to make sure they protected college costs, or they had a mortgage, for whatever reason, they bought a life insurance policy years ago, and they don't really need the death benefit any longer, but they need long-term care. The life insurance policy is an asset. It can be sold on a secondary market. It's called life settlement. It used to be called viatical, but you can sell the policy, and frankly, the older you are, the sicker you are, the more valuable the policy will be to the buyers. And they use it corporate buyers. It's much better. You get a lot more for it than if you surrender the policy. Surrender is where you just turn it back to the issuing insurance company. So it's much wiser to investigate a life settlement rather than surrendering a policy that you no longer need. Another option that might be available is a guaranteed home care plan. These are plans, and there are a few of them, that if you are under 86 years old, you're not already living in a nursing home, you're not already getting home care, you can get a home care plan guaranteed issue. There's limits to what they'll cover. It's for home type of services, but you can get between $150 and $450 a day in benefit for up to 360 days. So it's a nice safety net if you don't have, or you don't qualify for regular insurance. Another option might be a reverse mortgage. If you're 62 or older and you have a home, especially if it's paid off, but it doesn't have to be, you can get a reverse mortgage, which will provide you with cash. And once again, these are not underwritten, so it doesn't matter what your health is. If you're a veteran or the spouse of a veteran, I would encourage looking into aid and attendance, because that provides benefits for care, whether it's at home or in a facility. Okay. I want to share with you that I received a note from one of my clients who was at a care center recently, and he was a little bit upset because he didn't pass the safety course. I'm going to share with you his note. Okay, unmute yourself and fire away if you have questions.
So it's Karen Ultimate. I'm familiar with the long-term care riders. At what age would you start recommending people to actually look into that? Because obviously the older you are, the more expensive it is.
Well, the easy answer to that is as soon as possible. But if someone is in their late 30s, early 40s, it's not too soon. It's more realistic. It's more likely that they'll be in their 50s, early 60s before they sort of come to the realization that they've got to do something. But the sooner the better. And I hope that's not a confusing answer.
No, I agree. It's just, try telling a 20-some-year-old dad who just bought a house, they're going to be like, whatever, but I know I agree with you in the range. Definitely start thinking about it in your early 40s.
Yeah, and did you say 20 something?
Yeah, I feel like if you're speaking to a young couple who just bought a house and they're having kids, and because I always recommend if they don't have life insurance to start looking at those things, and then
They
they
should.
don't want to think about long-term
Absolutely.
care.
It's Karen.
Yes.
Karen, life insurance would be an absolute perfect thing for them to look into for two reasons. One is the new house, and I assume that's going to have a mortgage involved. And secondly, with young children, you absolutely should have life insurance on the parents. Let me also suggest that a parent should look into getting a permanent life insurance policy on the child. I've helped a number of clients with these that are, that you can set them up so that they have premium payments that could be 12, 15, 20 years, and then the policy is paid up. You can get them with a guaranteed insurability rider that would guarantee that the child, as they're getting older, you get additional coverage with no medical underwriting.
I took out and Marge took her ahead of me and we followed her out and Jess said, okay, come on. And so she and I
needed that.
just,
Well, you need a mute.
Yeah, Deborah.
Okay.
Oh. So
I'll finish my thought that you can get with 8 opportunities to get up to 2 times the amount of the base policy. You could start with a modest, like a $50,000 or $100,000 policy on the child, and end up with a child by the time they're in their 40s that have $1 million worth of coverage and never had underwriting. So even if the child develops a medical condition, they've got a guaranteed policy. So something to think about if you don't already have that. I'm going to stop the share screen, and that way I'll be able to see some faces. There they are, all those happy faces.
Got a comment.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll tell you, I had a one-on-one with Joe, and went through the process of really evaluating all different types of options based upon my age, my spouse, what we're looking to accomplish, so on and so forth. And I have to tell you, it's a fabulous experience. He is spot on as far as delving into exactly what needs to be accomplished, what we wanted to accomplish, and came back with some phenomenal recommendations, different options, and we're in the process right now of evaluating those. But I would encourage anybody, if you believe that you are not 100% covered, or your family or clients are not 100% covered for the topic and that Joe's been discussing today, I could not recommend more highly than to give him a call to schedule a free consultation. It's a fabulous experience. And Joe, I want to thank you for taking all the time that you have with me so far. We're not done yet.
I thank you. I appreciate those fabulous words, and I know we've got a little bit more of a journey to travel together, and that's my pleasure to do so. I don't, unlike the experience that I had when I was practicing law and I was a litigator and it was kind of a negative atmosphere, when I'm working with a client and we are making some progress, they're seeing benefits in improving their insurance portfolio, no matter what it is. It makes me feel good. Look, you get it's heartwarming. And Jim, I really appreciate your comments. Thank you.
Nope, wouldn't say if I didn't mean it.
I trust that to be true. And once again, it is heartwarming. So thank you.
Joe, I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
You briefly spoke about selling life insurance, selling an existing life insurance policy.
Yes.
Can you do that with captive agencies, or is it for more of brokerage agencies?
Any life insurance policy that you own is an asset that you own, and that's the policy, the cash value that's inside of it. You own that, no matter where you bought it from. And when you talk about a captive agency, you're speaking of like a
farm or also.
It wouldn't matter where you bought the life insurance from. The key elements when you are seeking to sell the policy is it permanent or term? If it's term, well, if it's permanent, you're good to go, and based on the death benefit, your age, your medical condition, and as I say, the sicker you are, the more valuable it will be. But even if it's term insurance, you can sell that policy as well, and term usually has no cash value. But if the term is still in its conversion period, where it can be converted to a permanent policy, that creates an opportunity for a buyer to convert the policy and thus develop or generate cash value. And with permanent insurance, the buyer, take over paying the premium, and upon your death down the road, the buyer, is who will get the death benefit. You, out of the life settlement, will get immediate cash. So it's just an alternative. It's not the only answer, but it's one that's available.
Thank you.
Any further questions? No? Okay, so at this time, we are going to have everyone introduce themselves. We're going to give everyone 45 seconds. And Melissa, I don't know where she is, will be timing us so we don't go over. If she raises her hand, that means that your time is up, and it's not to be mean. It's just that we need to have everybody have a chance to introduce themselves. So Melissa, are you ready? I don't know where she is.
I am here. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. Okay, so we are going to start with Rebecca.
This one?
That one there.
Good morning, everybody. Rebecca Kleinman. I am an SRS certified realtor with CB Realty. I serve Maryland, DC, and Virginia. Nice to see you today.
Excellent. Jim Bland.
Hello, I am president of Seniors Home Services. We're a full-scale aging in place company. We're nationwide. We're located in Annapolis, Maryland. We provide anything and everything a senior needs for being able to age in place in their home regarding fall prevention technology, telecare, air quality, ramps, stair lifts, home modifications, you name it. We're also building a very strong referral network to where we want to be able to have resources for our clients at everything that everybody in this meeting does. So I would encourage you to take a look at the chat. If you'd like to be a part of our referral network, please feel free to enter your information. I've been a member for several months. This is a great organization. And Gary, welcome you and your team. It's a great addition, and pleased to be here and pleased to have you guys here.
Thank you, Jim. Ellen Pincus. No, Ellen.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I'm driving, so I'm not going to put my camera on. I'm with Cavalier Home Health. We're a 5-star skilled home health agency in Virginia. So if anybody knows anyone needing any skilled home health in Virginia, I'd be glad to help. And we do have several specialty programs, and it is covered 100% as long as it's one of the participating insurances that we participate with. So thank you.
Thank you, Ellen. Deborah Bissell.
Hi, I am Deborah Bissell, and I'm Assistant Center Director with Winter Growth. We're an adult day program as well as assisted living, and our adult day program finally is open of a couple of weeks ago at beginning of May, and we are so excited, and our participants are excited. So this is certainly one way that seniors can age in place, and by participating in our day program. So anyway, nice to be with you all this morning. So I appreciate that. So
Thank you, Deborah. How about we introduce Melissa?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I am Melissa with Community Angels Nursing Services. We are your local home care agency providing skilled care and companion care that is affordable for our folks in the state of Maryland. We are also a proud provider of Maryland Medicaid waiver. My information is in the chat, so if you have any questions, please give me a call.
Excellent. Thank you, Melissa. Let's introduce Peter.
Good morning. Thank you, Joe. That was a great presentation. So I work for Life Matters. We provide private duty home care, skilled care, and care management in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. So we work with a lot of people that get the Veterans Aid benefit and the long-term, and help them move through with their long-term care insurance. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, Peter. Leora.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Leora Hoffman. My company is Love by Leora, and I'm a matchmaker for seniors looking for love. I've been doing this work over 30 years, and I currently am recruiting for a 77-year-old woman. So I believe it's never too late. And thank you for that great performance, presentation. I mean, I have met with Joe, with my husband, and he is not only thorough, but patient. and has been very patient with us too. So thank you.
Thanks. Judy?
Unmute. Hi, I'm Judy Tiger. My company is Just That Simple, and I'm a home organizer serving DC and Maryland. So I do home organizing, paper management, every room, everything, as well as downsizing and helping people get ready to move. That's the short story.
Thank you. Dr. Chanel? We can't hear you. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Barely.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Dr. Chanel James. I am a physical therapist and owner of Limbs and Things mobile and telehealth practice in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Northern Virginia. I serve aging adults. I accept Medicare Part B, TRICARE, and self-pay. And I have a weekly, I guess you can call it Pull Up with Limbs and Things, where I talk to seniors and share information that can help them to age in place.
Excellent. Laura Quigley?
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I just want to thank you, Joe. That was amazing. There's just so much depth of information that you provided, and I will be reaching out to you. I'm Laura Quigley. I'm with Burrito Associates of Compass. My partner Jen and I laugh that it's something about us and maybe where we are at in our lives, but more and more of our clients are seniors, and we want to provide them the best service possible. So we are in the process of becoming certified senior housing professionals, and part of the requirement is to create a network like this of support for us and for our clients, because not all of our clients are going to want to move right away. And we want to make sure that we can help them with all this that they may need, all the things they may need in the process. So our motto is we want people to be overjoyed, not overwhelmed. And thank you to Marilyn and Sabrina for doing this.
Thank you, Laura. Nice to see you. Craig?
Good morning, Craig Taylor with CRT Services. Joe, that was an excellent presentation. I'm actually going to give you a call toward the end of this week to do a one-on-one with you. Again, with CRT Services, help people who are on Medicare with their secondary coverage, whether it be a Medicare Advantage supplement plan, Medicare Advantage or Medicare supplement plan, prescription drug plans, also dental coverage for themselves. Like I said, just following up with Joe, people sometimes wait too long. They need the coverage, and you try to help them out. So again, Craig Taylor with CRT Services. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Thank you. Ingrid?
Hi, good morning, everybody. I am Ingrid Mejia with ServPro, and we do all disaster-related work, such as flood, fire, mold, and biohazard cleanup and restoration. So if you know of anybody with those needs, please send them my way. Thank you.
Thanks. Shamam?
Hi, everyone. My name is Shamem Williams. I'm the owner of a company called My Active Senior. And My Active Senior is a one-stop shop senior resource marketplace. We're like the Angie's List for the senior industry. So families use our website to find all kinds of services, like you guys, to find home care, transportation, housing, food services, insurance. One-stop shop is what My Active Senior does. And we also partner with independent living buildings, so we also have direct access to them as well. So if you want to get more visibility online and get access to seniors, come and visit myactivesenior.com. Thank you.
Thank you. Sandy?
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a fabulous day, even though the sun hasn't come out yet. Joe, a great presentation. Sandy LeBlanc with Caldwell Banker Realty, licensed in Maryland and DC, helping you achieve a living lifestyle, whether you're selling or buying. It's SRES certified. Act your advisor, your negotiator, your partner, and your friend.
Thank you. Ms. Johnson, welcome. It's nice to see you.
Thank you so much. I'm Liz Johnson with Mountain View Marketing. We build and leverage successful brands, and we grow businesses vibrantly and sustainably through integrated marketing services based on your goals and objectives and your budget. Please reach out for a complimentary consultation. My information's in the chat. Liz Johnson, Mountain View Marketing, helping you reach new heights. Thank you very much for having me, and great presentation, Joe.
Thank you, Liz. John D'Annunzio.
Hey, good morning. Joe, great presentation. Good to see you guys today. I'm John D'Annunzio. I run Squarely Digital, a digital marketing agency in Alexandria, Virginia. I'm an ex-Washington Post journalist, so I concentrate my marketing efforts on content. I have experience as an editor and a writer before I moved into marketing. But I think content marketing can be a vague term. People don't always know what it is. So I tell people, if your potential customers take a little bit of time to make a decision on your product or service, if you want to establish trust and authority in your industry, and you're able to invest in a campaign that takes a little time, months rather than weeks, then content can supercharge your marketing efforts online. When it's done right, it turns your business website into a lead generation machine. I do content marketing work for clients, and I run workshops, both free and paid. My next one is a free workshop on Monday, June 7th. The link is in the chat. Thanks.
Thank you, John. Good morning, Jay.
Morning, I'm Jay Horowitz. I'm a lawyer practicing in the areas of estate planning, small business law, immigration, and bankruptcy. I draft wills, medical advance directives, financial powers of attorney, and contracts. I also form LLCs and corporations. I offer personalized service, and there's no charge for initial consultations. I'm licensed in Maryland, Virginia, and DC, and I'm located in Old Town Gaithersburg. Thanks.
Thank you. Karen.
Good morning, Karen Altman. I'm an attorney also. I do estate planning, wills, advance directives, and I am in Severna Park. And I focus on just helping families, making sure they have everything in order, their assets protected, their family plan in place. We also do personal injury work. That's the other part of our practice. So I take pride in saying that I am a firm that provides big firm services, but with that small firm personal attention. Approachable, I make it as smooth and painless for my clients because everybody dreads talking about a will and doing any of this stuff. And when they're done, they're always like, well, that wasn't so bad. I should have done this a long time ago. That's how I like to help my clients, and that's what I take pride in.
Thank you, Karen. Nice to meet you. Lori.
Good morning, everybody. Lori Schramick with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. I am a certified mortgage advisor and a reverse mortgage specialist based here in Annapolis, but I am licensed in Maryland, Virginia, and Alabama.
Nice to meet you. Patricia Dubroff.
Good morning.
Good
This was
morning.
quite a full morning, Joe. You really filled my brain with way too much information. I'm so glad you know all that, so I can just ask you. Thank you. I'm with Assisting Hands Home Care, and we provide a lot of education as well as excellent service for our families who are in need of home care from certified nursing aides in Montgomery County and Fairfax County. And we are also doing educational programs 4 times a month. Upcoming in June is all listed on our website, assistinghands.com/Potomac. And I look forward to chatting with anybody who would like more educational information about how to age well in Montgomery County.
Thank you. Let's introduce Sean and Stephanie. You guys want to say hi?
Hey guys, I'm Sean Duggan. I'm actually an unemployed administrator, medical and sales, and very keen to help seniors, and that's why we're here. But I'd like to hand the floor to my lovely and talented wife, Stephanie, who probably has more pertinent things to say about how we can help seniors.
Hi, everyone. I'm Stephanie, and I had the opportunity to work as a contractor for an imaging provider recently. And it's pretty scary how bad the billing is. And I see a lot of elderly people going to collections because they didn't understand the invoicing or the systems that are set up. So anyway, that drove me to get into this. So I am working on my coding, and then next I'll be specializing as a MAC, a Medicare Administrative Contractor. Very motivated to help, and right now I am in a position, if anybody has something that they want me to look at for free, or just to run something past me, because I kind of see it from that side of the coin, and I certainly don't shy away from a challenge. I definitely am motivated to help people. That's about it.
Also want to say thanks, Joe. That was amazing. And thank you, Sabrina.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Guys. So now, how about we hear from Erin?
Hi, and I introduced myself a little bit before, right? But I'm Erin. I'm the director of Griswold Home Care in Bethesda. We provide non-medical home care, as I think I'm rounding out the group of providing care to seniors wherever they call home, helping them stay safe and comfortable wherever they live. And we're in Montgomery County.
Excellent. Gary, do you want to introduce yourself?
I sure do. Gary Haynes, Next Step Partners. Next Step Partners is a platform for people like us, the professionals who serve the senior market, to get together, help each other, and perhaps educate our clients. Myself, I offer a product called the Personal Information Journal, which is really a place to get the conversation started about where your parents, your relatives' stuff resides in case something suddenly happens. I also offer a real estate matching services through Agent Match, which means if a senior is moving in or out of the area, I can help them find the correct agent anywhere in the country. Gary Haynes, Next Step Partners. And Joe, a great job. Everything people said about you, I concur completely. You're helping me set up a policy for my granddaughter, age 6. It'll be paid up at age 26.
Thanks very much for that, Gary.
Cindy, let's say hello to Cindy Evans.
Hi, good morning. Cindy Evans with Care Patrol. We help families who the senior may not be able to stay in their home any longer because it's not safe. So we help them find safe senior living, whether that be independent, assisted, or memory care. It's a free service for families. So please reach out if you need help or guidance with that process. Thanks for welcoming me today.
Thank you, Cindy. Hello, Ryan.
Hi, good morning. I'm Ryan Miner with Nesting Care. I'm our Director of Business Development, and we do home care. We specialize in neurocare, stroke, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. We have specialized programs from hospital sitter services to 24-hour care services, and we also do skilled nursing. Leora, I think I may have a solution to your problem. I have a 78-year-old male neighbor who keeps hitting on my wife every morning and asking her if she's single. So I think I could solve your problem. It would solve my problem. So yeah.
Send him my way, by all means.
I promise I will, because, you know.
Leora, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
I can handle it. I can handle it.
Sure you do.
Let's say hi to George. George, are you there? No? Okay, so we'll move on to Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Ben Kreitzberg. I'm with the Conflict Resolution Center of Montgomery County. We provide free conflict resolution services in the form of mediation to anyone who lives or works in the county. It's a really powerful tool for everything from avoiding court fees and lawyer costs, all the way to just building and strengthening relationships with family members and people who are important to you. Not just for resolving conflict, it does that, but it's just great for planning for the future as well. Thank you.
Thanks, nice to see you. Let's say hi to Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve Jakubowski. I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones, based in Gaithersburg and Rockville. Really happy to be here and see everyone. I help people manage their finances, plan for the future, work with a lot of seniors, and really enjoy working with them. That's kind of what got me interested in this group, and do a lot of insurance planning, and what Joe did was terrific. I was taking a lot of notes because how he explained it was beautiful. I'm really happy to work with anyone, free, no obligation review of what their situation is. That's what we do at Edward Jones, and it's something I really enjoy. But anyway, nice to see everyone.
Nice to see you, Steve. We're gonna try George one more time. George? No, George? Okay, so now we will move on to Merrill. Do you want to introduce yourself? You need to unmute.
It didn't want to work. Good morning, everybody. Merrill Schaefer, TLC Daily Money Mentor. First of thanks go to Joe. I took a policy on with him about 3 years ago because I decided it was time to take care of myself and worry about my own future. And I feel like I got the bestest policy that one could provide. And there was no punishment to me as far as I was concerned. So thank you. I want to bring up Sean and Stephanie. And the reason being is I got sent to collections 4 years ago by an anesthesiology company that was coding somebody else's record to my account. And I was told by the clerks who were paper shufflers that this is what coding said it is. And I'm like, no, it's somebody else. And it was a battle. So if I had a battle with it, you can only imagine what some of our seniors have to do. Sean and Stephanie, I have the utmost of respect for what you do. Now, for me, TLC Daily Money Mentor, and I work with not only seniors, but those who were just on their own, or even a couple who doesn't understand what's going on. And I work with small businesses. Right now, I'm covering DC, Maryland, Virginia, Seattle, Washington, and New York City. Let's remember, I take away the agony and frustration and provide peace and relief. Merrill will keep you out of peril, and Schaefer will keep your record safer. So thank you. And I also want to say an extra special welcome to all the new people who are on here for the first time today. I mean, I love all of you who've been on a few times, but we hope you will just continue to share your beautiful time with us.
Yes, and tell all your friends we're here and join us. So did I skip anybody? No, we got to everybody. Okay, so I'll introduce myself. I'm Sabrina David, and with Mike's Locksmith, and we serve Maryland, Virginia, and DC. We help with everything from the small minor things up to high security locks and cameras. We really want to make sure that our seniors are safe in their homes, and you can call us for help with that. Our estimates are free, is up front, and we even come out and provide free assessments. So we're here to help. Anyway, our next meeting is June 9th. That's going to be an educational one, and we welcome everyone to attend that one. And any last minute notes, Merrill or Gary?
I'd like to remind everybody about Joe. Sorry, Jim, I keep wanting to call you Joe. I mean, Mr. Bland, let's call him. If you haven't signed up with his program, please do so. It's only going to benefit you. No strings attached, no credit cards, no money out of your pocket, and it's all for the local area. So thank you.
Sabrina, I do have one comment. For everybody, I'd like to welcome our newcomers today. 3 of them are from the old Senior Alliance, which was in Anne Arundel County and its surrounding areas. We've merged that with the Senior Services Alliance so that we're now regional in nature, which just creates a whole bunch of opportunities for us. Again, thank you for new people who have attended.
Oh, yes.
Judy's waving.
Yes, I was answering your chat. I'm sorry.
Just tell everybody.
Oh, where the next meeting is?
June 9th. What's the
So
topic?
on June 9th, we are having Damon speak. Damon Ehrlich.
About,
speaking.
I'm sorry, I can't, about what?
He's going to be speaking about whether long-term care is actually necessary.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, long-term care insurance, I meant. That's really necessary. So, okay. Anybody else have anything? No?
Yeah, I think, because we've been going back and forth, but I think we are now booked out through February of 2022 with speakers.
The
If
next
anybody you know wishes to speak, just let us know. We'll fit you in. We usually like to have a one-to-one, you know, Gary, Sabrina, and I, like a Zoom call, just to find out what it's all about. It's not an interrogation process, but just a fun phone call. And those of you who have spoken already know, you know, our procedures and what goes on. And I'll add, I know that Laura Quigley's partner, Jan Brito, the two of them will be speaking sometime in the near future too. So thank you. Oh, and Liz too. Liz will be speaking. Did I miss anybody who's on the docket? Dr. Chanel. Yes, we have her. Okay.
We'll be speaking also. Yes. So don't forget to connect with us on Facebook. So we have a Facebook group, and feel free to share anything going on in your companies and connect with the other companies there. And don't forget your one-on-ones. Save the chat.
Everybody
It's a
knows.
great meeting, great presentation,
And
Joe.
with that, I will
Thank you.
say